Welcome back, guys. It's Zekkyiah here, and last night I had the fortunate run-in with Share My Story, even though I thought their account got banned a while ago. But I started watching some of the videos last night, and when I got to this one, I had to pause it and wait until I woke up this morning just to record it, because at least the way the comments are looking, yeah, this is gonna be one of those stories.
Imagine you were celebrating your birthday with your two besties when a guy comes over and buys your two friends drinks while completely ignoring you.
Off rip, I think I would have just died. That little ledge back there, I would have just like threw myself off. How are you gonna buy my other two friends drink? I don't understand people that just do that single other people out, even though you know that they're gonna feel bad. Like, you wanted her to feel like garbage. You wanted her to feel like garbage, and you succeeded. But according to these comments, this girl is in the wrong, and I'm excited to know why.
Well, welcome to my life. But it wasn't always like that. For most of my life, I was the prettiest of my friends.
Yo. What's wrong with their nose? Oh, bro, is this... Bro, because I'm very skeptical now, because Share My Story's rendition of being called ugly is you have a nice body, nice hips, nice hair, nice eyes, and then they just fuck up your nose. That's not ugly. You just need like a rhinoplasty. You don't even need a rhinoplasty, but I'm pretty sure this is where this plastic surgery thing is going. And she's flat. Okay.
So whenever a handsome guy came over to approach us, I automatically assumed he was only interested.
Yo, their side profiles look their side profiles looking a little clapped, not gonna lie. I mean, I guess I understand, but they got some bags under their eyes. What they been doing?
In me, not my two ugly friends. Hey, are you girls going to see the Batman movie too? My friend Alma responded, yes, we do. What's your name?
Hey, yo, what Alma got going on back there? What's going on? Why Alma so cheek though?
That's when I leaned over to her and whispered, sorry, Alma, but I don't think he wants to talk to you. Let me handle this.
Oh, that's not a friend. Like, at all. That's not a friend. I can't even... Oh, this is why she called it all my classmates had plastic surgery, because these aren't her friends. Who says that?
Hey, my name is Jessica. What row are you sitting in? I ended up switching seats so I could sit next to the guy, and we ended up kissing a bit. I guess...
You just met this dude and you're just kissing him already? I can see why you're not friends anymore.
Sometimes I'm just a little... After the movie was over, I went back to my friends, and they were so jealous. I can't believe...
Bro, that's why Alma has to put... Yo, her friend is even more caked up. What's going on, bro? I see these girls already have it more than you do. I just don't understand, bro. This is so fat. You can see it from the front.
I can't believe he chose you over us. Didn't he see my ass? Alma was correct.
Yo.
They both had better curves than me, but it didn't matter because their faces were far below average.
Bro, who cares, bro? Like, okay, I get it. You gotta be with someone, I guess, that's pretty in the face, but everything else checks out. Alma probably has a better personality than you. You're already kissing guys that you just met at the movie theater after making your friends jealous. You're already like down for the count. You're over. It's over. I can definitely understand why she doesn't have these friends anymore.
They were ugly. I said, girls, I warn you. If either of you two ever gets married to a handsome guy, be careful he won't fall in love with me and break up with you. I'm just too irresistible. You probably think I was a jerk for teasing my friends so much, but it was all in good spirit because we were besties. And as a girl...
Bro, you're besties. Why would you say things like that? Okay, if I have a best friend, I would never even dream of saying half of these things to her, because I know that crosses a certain bound. Now, people like this get surprised when in the future their best friends aren't their best friends, because you're not supposed to be treating your friend like that. What?
It's important to practice how to flirt with guys, especially if you're still in school.
Okay.
Because no matter the subject, as long as my teacher was male, I could walk up to him after class and ask him to improve my final grade. I would come up with some excuse and say, I didn't get a good sleep the night before the exam because my parents screamed at each other all night. Can you please upgrade my grade? Then I would start crying. I didn't just make my teacher feel pity for me, but I also made him feel powerful and important because he was
This is already like a disqualifier for me, bro. Maybe it's because I'm ugly. Maybe I'm the ugly one, but that has never happened to me. All my male teachers like straight shitted on me when it came to grades.
The only one who could rescue this pretty little girl. Okay, okay. I know that you can do better, so I will bump up your grade and let you pass the year. Oh my god, thank you! You are the best! Yes, I was shameless. It's probably not normal to hug your
That's one way to
50-year-old
put
physics
it.
teacher. But what was the
50.
downside? I always made sure no other students were in the room. That's why my teachers felt comfortable flirting with me a bit, and none of my classmates could joke around that I was having an affair with our teachers or something like that.
Oh no, bro. I wouldn't even dream of getting within 10 feet of my teacher. I don't even know how she's like grabbing onto his shoulder and stuff. Hey, what's up? You good? You wanna take a nap? Yeah, even Berlin can't look at this video. This is on a whole different level.
But here comes the plot twist. My two best friends, at the age of 17, got
Yo, bro, like, they got it going on. I mean, I guess they're gonna get rhinoplasties, right? Because that's the only type of surgery they need to feel beautiful. Because their eyes are perfectly fine. You just gotta put some eye cream under their eyes. Their freckles are already make them look really cute. And they got massive cheeks.
got their parents' permission to get plastic surgery. Shockingly, there is no minimum age required for it here in the US. All you need is your parents' approval. And we are talking breast enhancements, Brazilian butt lifts.
I might take you home with us, I might give you all.
Why? You don't need that. Okay.
Fake chins, and everything else in between. I could barely recognize them when they came back to school.
Why'd they introduce them like that?
I could barely recognize them when they came.
That's weird.
Suddenly, I was the least good-looking of my friends, and I absolutely hated it. One
That
time, a
serves you
classmate
right.
asked us how we were, and I responded, "I'm good." Oh, I wasn't asking you. I was talking to your friends.
Yo.
Huh? Why was this guy so rude to me? Well, Alma thought it was funny, and no wonder. I had teased her for years about being less pretty than me.
Yeah, you
Now the
suck.
tables had turned, and she enjoyed her victory. Alma became the most popular girl in our...
Ooh, I never met a bad bitch named Alma before. She sounds like she belongs in the convent.
our school. Not because she had great character, but because her parents had paid doctors to stuff a bunch of plastic into her
Shit,
body.
I guess.
I was disgusted. Or maybe I was just
Yeah,
envious.
you were jealous.
But isn't it unfair how many advantages rich people have?
Bro, isn't it unfair how many advantages pretty bitch people have? Like, you were just treating her poorly, and now all of a sudden her parents' money matters because she paid to look more pretty than you? That's crazy.
When Alma and I went to the cinema again, I told the cashier that I would take the small salty popcorn. He didn't acknowledge my request at all.
Oh.
Instead, he smiled at Alma,
He
who was
should get
behind me in
fired for
line,
that.
and asked her what she...
Real talk, I would have gotten fired for that in my job. You can't just... This guy threw customer service out the window. He said, nah, I ain't trying to look at your ugly ass. I'm trying to get a piece of that Alma. And Alma, bro, Alma's... I don't know why it's so big back there, dog. Alma, it looked like a diaper at this point.
wanted. Oh, thank you for letting me go first in line. I feel so special now.
Oh.
Then she flirted with the guy for 2 long minutes. Finally, I had enough and screamed at her, "Screw you and your fake plastic body!" I stormed out of the cinema,
Why
and
she run
only
like
once
that?
my anger had faded,
Why
I
she
came to my
running like
senses.
that?
I had bullied Alma about her ugly face for so long, and now I couldn't handle her being prettier than me for a few weeks. I was a complete hypocrite and wrote her an apology text. To my relief, she said she wasn't mad at me, but
Fat
it got
chance.
worse. While my boyfriend Seth, Alma, and I ate lunch in the schoolyard, Alma made a really unfunny joke. She said, "What's brown and made out of wood?" She paused for a second and said, "Wood." It was such a bad joke.
She's a comedian. Wow. So funny. Her face is on brand. Only a person... See, now I know who's trying to take my man. The bitch making, like, dumbass fucking wood jokes.
But my boyfriend Seth couldn't stop laughing.
Alright, Seth.
And that was no coincidence. Before Alma had gotten all her plastic surgery, my boyfriend had always...
Wait a minute. Does she have any toes? That's probably why he broke up with you, because you don't have any toes.
Before Alma had gotten all her plastic surgery, my boyfriend had always disliked her. One time, he even called her an annoying pig. But
Oh, that's already a red flag. See, you deserve everything you get. You can't just let your boyfriend walk around talking to your friends like that, and you still stayed with him. And then these type of people, again, will be surprised when their boyfriend's not true and they don't really love them. That's crazy. I wish my boyfriend would talk to my homegirl like that.
now that she was hot and pretty, he loved talking to her. So much so that I always became the third wheel when we were together. And it hurt being ignored. Finally, Alma went away, and I told Seth, if you love her so much, why don't you just try to kiss her next time? Oh God, are you jealous again? Just because I talked to your best friend? Seth never admitted to doing anything wrong, and worse, he judged me for being jealous. But of course I get jealous if my own boyfriend likes another girl more than me. Well, it only took another week before he broke up with me. He said I was too clingy and he didn't have time for a girl.
Seth, what's going on with your leg, buddy? Why is it arching over like? Why is it? It's like a square arching over his hip.
Girlfriend due to the upcoming final exams. The breakup
What?
really hurt. And to make things worse, just 1 month later, Alma came up to me and asked if it was fine if she started dating my ex-boyfriend Seth. Out of the hundreds of guys in our school, you chose my ex? He hit me up on Instagram, and then we watched a movie together at his home. You did what? I got so mad, I was about to rip out her dumb chin implants from under her skin.
Yo, what?
If you start dating Seth,
Hey, yo, hey. Oh my God, bro. She went all cannibal on her. Thought she was, ooh. Also, you got a really shitty plastic surgeon if your chin's coming off like that, buddy.
I'm gonna kill both of you. I promise you that. Yeah, I was losing my shit. But it's no wonder. Within 2 months, I'd lost my whole identity. If I wasn't one of the pretty girls anymore, then who really was I?
See,
And
that's
anyway-
what happens when you base all your looks on, that's what happens when you base your whole life around your looks, because eventually looks fade. So that's a lesson for you guys. I'll always make sure that your personality is bumping, because you'll be like this girl and her friends will all get plastic surgery or something. I highly doubt that would be the case, but that's a lesson for sure.
Wasn't it kind of sad that guys only wanted to date me because of my looks? Didn't I have
Yeah.
any other redeeming qualities that could have made Seth want to stay in a relationship with me?
Bro, because even if he did look past your looks, you're still a really bad person.
I thought for a moment, but couldn't think of any positive character traits I possessed. Maybe it was true. Maybe I was nothing but a mean bitch. Well,
Yeah.
the next day in class, I tried to be kinder and asked one of my classmates how her day was. She immediately started talking about her alcoholic dad and how he was super abusive. She kept talking on
Oh, I need to share my story. I need that girl's story. We need to hear about that. What's going on?
and on. That's when I realized that I wasn't one of the nice girls. I
Oh,
wasn't
yo.
interested in her or her alcoholic dad, or really anyone other than myself. I told her,
Shit, at least
shut
she's
up,
honest.
you talked enough. Because
Yo!
otherwise she would have.
Oh, bro, she would have. Oh, bro, I hope that girl's alright. She didn't kill herself. She would have triggered. Oh. She's a bitch.
Talked about her shitty family until sunset. I now
Well,
knew
yeah.
who I was. A selfish and narcissistic little brat. I wasn't going to
Yeah.
become Mother Teresa or Gandhi. No.
No.
I had to do something else, and guess what I googled next? Cost breast augmentation, Los Angeles. Actually, the prices were lower than I had expected. Only $5,000. But unfortunately, my parents were too poor to afford that. But then I had a realization. Upgrading my body wasn't really an expense, but rather
Hold on, bro, because I see a lot of people calling their parents poor because they can't afford their plastic surgery. Maybe they don't want to. Like, your parents could be well off for all we know, but maybe they just literally do not want to give you plastic surgery. And it's easier to tell you that you're poor than to give you plastic surgery. I know that if I was making bank, I ain't giving my daughter plastic surgery for nothing. She better raise that $25,000 and go to Dr. Miami herself. 'Cause that's ridiculous.
an investment. If my hot body could get me a husband with a high salary one day, then it would easily pay for the plastic surgery bills. That's why I walked into a bank and asked for a
So you know what that loan could do? That loan could teach you a trade so that you can make the money yourself. and actually give you some form of stability. Because if your husband, you know, there's this lesson should have taught you that there's always going to be someone prettier than you. Well, the light turned off, so I had to charge it for a bit, and now we're back. When will this girl learn her lesson?
$25,000 loan. What's your age and what will you spend the money on? College? I'm 16 years old and I want to get plastic surgery.
Right there, red flag, red flag. I can't even believe you went to the bank like that. Who goes to the bank like casually says that you're one, underage, and two, using a loan for something that the bank won't even approve most people for? A car loan. Why would they approve you for a loan to get your body done? I don't get it.
That day, I learned that banks don't give out loans to desperate teenage girls in need of a breast augmentation. But I'm smart. I just faked some documents to make it look that I had already graduated high school. I pretended to be a prodigy who had jumped.
It's the same guy. You did that with the same guy? That guy should lose his job. What's going on?
2 classes and now wanted to go to Harvard. I guess it's shocking how quickly they gave me a loan. And because
'cause
Harvard
it's
is
fake.
expensive, I got
You're
$60,000, which covered the cost of
fake.
surgery for my whole body.
Literally.
However, because it took several weeks for my body to recover,
Yo.
I missed my final exams in high school. That's why my principal wanted me to repeat the whole year. Who did he think he was? I am a straight
Yo, her body like got augmented. Yo, oh my god. Let's put a side by side of them right quick, because this should not be possible. Her tetas are expanded. Her waist is somehow smaller, and her hips are, bro, like shit, bro. When she turned for that side profile, she probably competing with Alma now.
10 now. I can get whatever guy I want, which
Okay.
means I don't need to get a degree or find a good job. So I just
Unfortunately.
dropped out of high school.
Yeah.
Most people watching this video probably hate me because I'm telling things as they are.
Okay.
But when you're as hot as me, you don't care about
Hey.
the opinions of some haters on the internet. What matters is that guys love me. And
Okay.
even my ex-boyfriend Seth hit me up again on Instagram.
I am
He said he
Seth.
made a huge mistake with breaking up with me.
Yeah, Seth.
Too bad.
Sure.
I'm so out of his league now.
Oh.
Thank you for watching Share My Story. And if you like our animated stories,
Well, all I can say about her is that she told her truth. She's very realistic, at least. It's not like the Share My Stories where all of this would have happened and then she learned her lesson, because that's not really how people are, at least the majority of the time I've noticed. So I'm glad that at least she entertained us with this story. I'm pretty sure she's not friends with Alma, but at this point I don't even think she cares. Shit, bruh. She hustling. That's all I can tell her. For watching. If you want any more Share My Story content, please don't copyright claim me. Share My Story. I'm literally giving you free content. Comment if you've ever run into a situation where you're the Alma. I doubt that many people at 16 get plastic surgery, but prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Or actually, don't prove me wrong, because that's terrible. You know, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one.